This Irish Life. I'm Grania and today I'm making banana bread, and I just have to say this is my own recipe with what I had in the cupboard, so use up what you've got in the cupboard and make it your own. Okay, so yeah, I like to add a few sultanas. I don't think everybody does, but it just gives it a little bit more something. It makes it nice and juicy and something to get your teeth into, as well as a banana. So loads of bananas here. Some nutmeg even makes it pop a little, so it just gives it a little bit of extra something. And Stork Irish margarine is great for greasing your tin. It makes it easier just to get the banana bread out of the dish at the end. Okay, so here I have 100 grams of just oat flakes, normal oat flakes, and so we have loads of access to bread because Igor, who's also on this channel, gets bread all the time at work. So we've made breadcrumbs with some of that, and we've kept some breadcrumbs back because we have a growing robin family in the garden, so for that reason there's plenty of oats in there too. So 100 grams of breadcrumbs and 100 grams of oats. So I'm going to get started. Try not to make a mess. So in our little apartment, when there's a mess, we really know it because we can't move. So again, I'm not too sort of strict about the amount of ingredients, but what I do is I break up the bananas and I kind of rub them in really until the mixture is nice and wet. So I'm going to actually add the sultanas now first. Not too many, or it's just going to be this gloopy thing in the bowl. So, and just a few. So when you stick your teeth in, you have something to bite into. I'm just going to move that in. Actually, I think I'll take off my ring because otherwise I'll have to get the toothbrush out to get all the stuff out later. So the ring is off. Yeah. So just a few sultanas, nice little surprise every now and then when you take a bite and find a few sultanas there. Okay, and breaking in the bananas now. So as ripe as you can, so they're just that little bit more moist, and so they grab the breadcrumbs and they grab the oat flakes just that little bit easier. So make sure your hands are nice and clean. We're all washing our hands an awful lot more these days, COVID. So plenty of washing. Okay, so if you weren't busy with the camera, Igor, I'd ask you to rub the butter on the tins, but I'll do that in a minute, so don't worry. Okay. So you can see you really have to just get your hands in and just get dirty in the best possible way in your kitchen. Okay, so as you can see, we're all very posh here, but it tastes great and it goes really nicely with a cup of tea. So, you know, we're a big nation of tea drinkers here, but if you prefer your coffee, it's also very good with coffee. So one more banana, I think, and we'll be fine. A bit of banana on me. So, right, so getting a little bit of nutmeg, so not too much, or it actually just kind of make it taste a little bit savoury. So a little bit. Okay, that's probably about half a teaspoon. And starting to just rub it in. So if you ever did home economics in an Irish school, you know all about rubbing in. This is something that all good girls are taught, and even guys. And more so these days. And we're rubbing in just to make the mixture kind of firm. Okay, it shouldn't really get on the counter, but it just did. More for the birds later. So I have enough mixture today for two, and I'm making two because this gets hoovered, and anything that gets baked doesn't really survive it into the next day. So two hungry mouths here to feed. So you want it kind of moist but not wringing wet. So I think I might have to add another banana. I'll know in a minute. So as I said, this is our own homemade, use what's in the press recipe. So I'd love to hear your recipes and what you put in, what little extra things you put in, just to make it your own and make it a little bit more interesting. So please do come back to us and let us know. I think cinnamon might be nice, even a few cranberries. And if you're trying to get your nuts in season, you could also throw in a few chopped almonds or linseeds. So linseeds are great. So see what's in your cupboard, and it's all good. So as the mixture is getting more kind of dense now, it probably is only going to fit into one actual tin. And Igor, you prepared a tin earlier. The silicone tin, and that's a nice non-stick tin. So I think I'm actually going to revert to that and just leave the dishes for now, because that non-stick stuff is good. Okay. So waste not, want not. We'll pop that in as well. So the oven is actually already heated, so a good preheated oven is good. And when it's in the oven, it usually takes about 40 minutes to get to a nice, well-cooked state. But advising that you turn it actually in the middle of cooking, so that it doesn't cook unevenly on one side, because sometimes the element can be stronger on one side of the oven than the other. So, right, I'm looking for that silicone tin now. I think it's under here. Yeah. Okay. Oh. I say I can see this lasting maybe one day in the house. You'd never had it before, Igor. You're quite a fan, aren't you?
Nope.
Yeah. Alright. So if you have a loaf tin is good too, because it makes it nice and easy to cut. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to divide it into 4 quarters, so we can break it into quarters. And then you can even dip it in your tea when you have it cut into the quarters. Okay? So just take a little bit off my hands, so it's better in the cake than washed away off my hands. Okay. And I'm just going to score it down the middle. And again, so 4 quarters, easily broken and divided up afterwards. So popping it in the oven now. And yeah, can't wait. So it's a lovely smell of it actually, lovely banana smell. So it's going in the oven for 40 minutes. We'll see you soon. And yeah, enjoy your banana bread and let us know how you get on. Thanks, bye bye. So the banana bread is ready. So I'm going to take it out of the oven. So I'm just getting off the oven here. And the great thing about the silicone dish is that it just literally peels away. I'm going to turn it over like so. And the silicone really gets quite hot, so if you're using that, just be very careful. Use your cloth and turn it over. So it's not ready to eat just yet because it's so hot, it's just going to be crumbly and break. So give it a minute or two out of the oven before we start to cut. But it looks good, I can't wait to taste it. So I've let the bread sit for a couple of minutes just to set, so it doesn't crumble and fall apart. I'm just going to cut it now. So just be careful of sharp knives, guys. So that goes without saying. Cutting it into quarters. Okay, so it hasn't broken apart because I prepared the quarters while it was getting ready to go into the oven. Okay. So the flavour stands on its own pretty much, but if you have a sweet tooth or you really fancy it, you can always add some jam. So I love raspberry, and apricot is pretty nice as well, and it won't dominate too much. So that's our banana bread. So the story of how the oats and the bread and the banana, and of course a couple of raisins, became this. So time to put the kettle on.